Right now I'm currently just trying to warm up the ball and kind of get it loose so that I can try and start working with it. I've never really played with clay before. I'm not the biggest fan of doing 3D art because I'm not the best at it, but I thought it'd be really fun to kind of try something new. And I've always wanted to do more smaller clay pieces. I don't really have any tools. I recently bought these right here. They're just like the simple Craft Smart tools that I thought would be possibly handy. To go with the clay stuff, I also got some UV resin. See if I can show you guys that. So yeah, I haven't tested this yet. I've never used UV resin before, but I've heard that a lot of people use this for clay to get that nice glossy finish. So I thought that that was good for me to grab. And then outside from doing all the clay stuff, I just grabbed myself some more paintbrushes. These ones are just some nice, really small ones for details because I need to grab some more because the paintbrushes that I had before that were really thin started kind of like separating from each other because they weren't being taken care of properly. So I'm gonna try and make sure to keep these all together and intact. I read a couple of your guys' comments in my last 3 videos. Oh, and thank you so much for helping me get to 400 subscribers. I think at this point I have 450, which is amazing. So thank you for all of your support and all the comments that you guys have been giving me. I actually wrote a couple of them down on the sheet of some tips that you guys have given me. The first one is by Hannah. She told me to clean the printer head to help with the lines that I was getting on my prints and on my stickers. So I went ahead and did that already. I don't really know how to clean it, so I kind of just like wiped off the ink part. I'm not exactly sure, but hopefully that worked. And then from Lai, she said to wait a little bit longer on the memo pads and to put some weight on it, so probably like wait like an hour or so. So I went ahead and did that as well this morning. If you guys can see right over here, I have some other stuff that I also bought recently, but right down below here I have the memo pad. I only made one singular memo pad, but this should have been dried already. So I kind of watched a couple of videos, did some researching on how people make their own memo pads, and I see people use these binder clips to clamp the sides down together, and then again they use weight. These two are some new papers that I got recently for my prints and for my backing cards that I also was told by another fan in the comment section, which I don't have at the top of my head, but maybe I can insert it like somewhere over here. But over here I just have the cardstock, and then down below I have the Staples premium matte photo paper, so that will be for my prints. In terms of my printer though, I do have a printer coming in the mail. I don't know really when it's coming. I haven't checked the tracking number yet. For now I'm just going to use the one that I have at my household right now, and then in the future once I get that printer I'll test it out with these papers. So this is the memo pad that I was working on last night. recently, and instead of testing out Mod Podge, I decided I would just test out matte medium. I still don't have PVA glue. I wasn't able to grab any anytime soon, but I'll definitely try and buy some so that I can get that in the mail soon, so that in the next video we'll try to use the PVA glue. So from what I see, it's actually very straight. I don't see any like lumps that we saw in the last video where it was like all like lumpy, especially in the Mod Podge. Let's try and open this up. I mean, that works pretty well. Everything is like, we're doing the holding test, everything is holding up pretty well if I just keep doing this. Maybe I don't even need PVA glue. I think the gel matte medium should be pretty decent for what I need. Okay, something exciting recently happened to my room. I decided to kind of not really renovate it, but move some furniture around because a friend of mine gave me their old TV, and where my bed was had the cable cord, so I needed to move my bed in order to have my TV where the cable cord was. You can kind of see in the background right now. It's right over in that mirror over there. I'm very happy with how it looks. It actually feels a little bit more comfortable having my bed on the opposite side of where it originally was, and on the opposite side I have my like square display and my TV is on top, and I really like how I decorated it. So I just got back with printing my Be Happy Snoopy prints because I wanted to test out the Staples Ultra Premium photo paper. I had somebody in the comments suggest using this paper for my prints rather than using cardstock for my prints. So I wanted to test it out. My first impression is I really like the thickness of it. It's like similar to a slightly thinner version of cardstock that I was thinking of, and I really like the quality of it. But with the tip that I got before from another person in the comments about cleaning the cartridges to not get the lines, I'm still getting the lines on here, so I don't know if I just like not cleaned it correctly or if it's just my printer in general that is doing that. Let me just kind of compare it with my other prints. And while I'm at it, I recently got some decorative paper, and I wanted to use this in the future, as you know how a lot of people use tissue paper or like envelopes to kind of package their products. I really wanted to do the idea of putting them into like bags like this. This is just a regular piece of paper, or like a large piece of paper that I kind of just folded. I just folded the edges, and you can kind of see the seam right here. I'm probably gonna make some more, as I have some more designs over here that I want to test out because I really like the size of this that I first made it. I'd prefer if I had that white line that goes along here. As you can see, this like dark line here is where I taped this together. I would prefer if I could maybe fold a little bit of white to show a little bit. That way it has like something on here. And then in the future, if I make my own design or if I just happen to use this, it'd be nice to have like maybe my own custom stamp on there or something like that. I really want to package my stuff inside of these little bags because I thought that'd be really cute for people to have a bag that they can also keep and store their own stickers in. Looking at it, the colors are completely different. Especially with the red, you can like really see a difference with the red house.